I didn't even hesitate. I was just like, move out of the way. The twin flames are talking. Okay, so on January 23rd, I did pineal gland, endocrine system, and I can't remember for the life of me the third one, activation. And this was encouraged and welcomed to me by my beautiful shaman, ascended master woman of a boss that I have, and I'm so privileged to work with her. And she sent it to me, right? And so I'm like, yeah, heck yeah, and I'll do it. She says she does it every year, you know, and I'm so privileged and I'm so honored. Like, I'm her #1 fan. So you should see this woman. She glides across. If you have the sight, she's just a soul to be reckoned with, and I'm just so privileged to be there and be her friend. And yeah, so anyway, I do it. My son is in the living room, he's playing, but I have headphones on, and it's a 2-hour activation, and I get distracted from time to time. My son comes and crawls up on me because I'm laying down on the couch, and like there's interruptions here and there. My cat's like trying to jump on my face because she loves me so much. So things are happening, but I stick with it. And I remember at some point or another kind of starting to like drift off, but not quite. I was still in consciousness, and feeling like this big pressure building in my like heart chakra, right? So much so that I had to, I spilled water on myself. So much so that I had to remind myself not to go into fear mode. And so I embraced it and I let it happen, and I went about my day. I went about my week. I went about my business. I kid you not. I've made it a point to try to kind of halt a little bit of the gifts that I have. It's impossible. You can't do it. But to an extent you can. To an extent you can kind of like, you know, ignore to a point where it's like, yeah, and just kind of move on. So I guess that's what I've been doing for the last few years, just kind of putting it on hold. I lived in a haunted house. It really possessed me. It really fucked with me. And I needed to get out of that and heal from that, and along with the 3D stuff that's happened to me in the last few years. And so I kind of put that aside, but I have been more of a consistent basis since last year, getting into meditation again. And then all of a sudden I started getting voices and random thoughts and things pop up, and I was like, what the heck? And I'm not used to it anymore like I used to. Like, it was like every day, you know, it's like, oh, you know, this and this and that, but I'm not used to it anymore, so it catches me off guard. I'm like, who said that? Wait a minute, I live alone. No one said that. I'm on a dating site. This was a good example. I'm on a dating site, and literally I scrolled like this to the conversations that I've had. I've scrolled like this, and as it was moving past all of the conversations I've had, I heard, I love Kylie. Just like someone had just said that to me. And well, I don't know a Kylie, so I don't love a Kylie. I don't know a Kylie. And so, I mean, obviously it belonged to somebody in that bunch that had some feelings for Kylie. So Kylie, you are loved. And that is happening everywhere I go. I'm starting to get what I used to have as a teenager and I couldn't control, which is getting people's mindless chatter or stuff happening in their brain. I'm picking up on it. And it's not to that extent like when I was a teenager. No, not at all. Thank God. That was insanity. But I could only go to like grocery stores and stuff. I was so recluse. I could only go to grocery stores at midnight. Thank you, Winco, for being open that late. Because I couldn't handle the voices. So yeah, call me crazy, whatever you want. Anyway, so I'm starting to get that again, and I'm like, whoa, what? I'm like, oh my God, that's the 3D activation. Because that's not just it. I've been experiencing things, seeing things. I'm like, I am activated. I asked for this. So yeah, it's been an experience. And so anyway, early this evening, I'm working from home today, and I'm working from home today. That's what I meant to say. I was looking for a phone number on my phone because I needed to call them, obviously. And so I'm scrolling and I come across S, and I'm looking at my phone and I see Sunchild. Because those that either follow this Twin Flame saga, he's Sunchild, I'm Moonchild. So I saw Sunchild and I thought, what? How is it that I have his number? Like, I don't even know. I don't even remember when he gave me his number. As far as I know, I didn't have it. So I was like, where did it come from? So my curious ass decided to send him a text message because I'm curious. That's my Twin Flame. So I sent him a text message and I think I said something like, is this really you? And within a minute, he replies, who is cocky ass, replies, who else would it be? As if I don't have a whole bunch of other people I'm talking to. And it made me giggle because instantly I knew that it was him. But not just because of his cocky response, because I know that so well. Also because the energy came through. Guys, I cannot stress this enough. It came through like a ton of bricks. It came through in such a way that it made me shake, like those little quivers. It made me do that almost instantly the minute he connected. And I felt all of a sudden and I'm gonna get emotional. I know I am because I've been emotional all afternoon. I can get through this. It felt like when we first met on World of Warcraft and I didn't know, I hadn't seen him yet because my toon was idle and just kind of circling, and I was looking down and it felt like that quiver. The energy hit me in my solar plexus that time. This time it was heart chakra, but it was an instant shake that just popped me right up then and now, and I was like, whoa. I'm shaking, and I'm like, okay, what? And so I didn't think the conversation was gonna go anywhere because my Twin Flame is kind of immature and he's got a lot of things going on in his brain, and he evades. Unfortunately, him and I can just have a fucking chill conversation about the fact that we're Twin Flames. It would be awesome to go like, hey man, we're Twin Flames, this is bullshit, but it's awesome at the same time. Are you experiencing this? No, you're not? Oh, well, fuck you, I am. You know, that kind of thing would be awesome, but because he's weird and just the way that he is, I can't approach him necessarily. So anyway, I sent him just a little random comment, and he replied, and I cracked up. Like, I smiled and I cracked up because I thought about it, and it's like, oh, that's funny. Like, we both are calling ourselves something on our phone that is just one word, obscure one word, or maybe not obscure, but stuff that we used to call each other. So just one word, not our real names. So I was like, yeah, that's my Twin Flame there. As crazy as I am. And so that's it. I sent him a little message later on just to say I wish I knew what to say, because it makes me so nervous and it just gets me so frazzled, and it's instant, and I kid you not, we were talking like this, just those few minutes that we were talking, all of a sudden the guy that I like popped up with a message, right? And I'm into this guy, and we've been talking for quite a while, and girl, guy, whoever's listening to this, I didn't even hesitate. I was just like, move out of the way. The Twin Flames are talking. Is that the way it's gonna be for the rest of my life? Like, my Twin Flame suddenly activates with me and I'm like, sorry, pause the world. This is my soul time. Oh my god. And so yeah, I just sent him a message later on to say I wish I knew what to say, and of course my Twin Flame, being an ass like he is, he didn't reply, and it's probably for the best, because I was just, after that, so emotional. Ever since I started juicing and started just, like really focusing on self-care, for the first time in so long, I stopped having to take my anxiety medication. Like, I'm not having episodes today after that interaction, after the shaking. Not after the shaking just continued. It's a vibration, I'm gonna say. It's what it is, because I cannot control it. It's like you being cold and you're shivering, and it stays at that level. And then I started to cry, guys. I started to cry, just buckets. The energy is just so intense that I can't process it. I guess I am processing it, but I can't say, you know what, this no longer affects me. I can't, because it does. I can't, because that's my soul. And it's not the guy, it's not him, and it hasn't been him in so long. Like, I look at him and I go, I don't know what he looks like now, obviously. Well, I guess I do. He did send me some pictures last year. But anyway, thoughts go away. But it's not him physically. It's my soul. It's my soul that is just so. It's so everything. It's so everything. And it makes me like, I can do this. It makes me happy like a little kid to see him. And it just makes me wanna just jump for joy and I feel playful. I wanna play, and I wanna run and do circles. That's what my twin flame does for me these days. It just makes me happy to like a core kind of happiness, and it's hard. It's really hard not to have him in my life, you know, because that's the kind of interaction that I would love to have with him. It's not romantic. Like, I don't love the guy. I don't know the guy. That passed so long ago. But my twin flame, my soul wants to be with my soul. And so, for you people out there that are wishing for your twin flame, it's been hyped. It's been hyped like a something beautiful and romantic. And you know what? It can be. The most beautiful experiences I've ever had in my life were with my twin flame. Hands down. That's the relationship I cherish above all and all. But it was also the most grueling relationship, because it breaks you. It breaks you to the fucking core. It breaks your soul. It breaks your mind. It breaks your heart. It breaks you in ways that, if you are not strong enough, you will not be repairing, and you have to repair, because that break, that cracking, that pain is growth. That's spiritual growth. That's you breaking out of this seed and becoming that beautiful tree that you're gonna be, full of these branches of knowledge and grounded to the roots of this earth, and oh my God, you guys. Being with your twin flame is not something you ask for. It's not something you play with. It is intense. It is so intense in the good stuff. It is so intense in the not so good stuff. It is so intense in the parts. And you know what? I used to think that we were just dysfunctional, but I'm sure that being in a fucking haunted house the way we were did not help, because that affected us so much. But it's beautiful that there are so many other resources now for twin flames and information, and other people that can attest to the fact that twin flame relationships will break you. So if you are asking for your twin flame, you are asking for it. You are asking to go through some grueling shit that you've never experienced in your life. Yes, there's going to be a lot of beauty as well, but intermittent with that is going to be the hardcore shit that you have not yet worked on, that is going to surface. So be careful what you wish for. Wish for a soulmate. A soulmate is where it's at, because a soulmate will complement you. Twin flame is your mirror. A twin flame is someone that's just gonna like, work on this. None of that. Look at this. But at the same time, love you, encompassing, because they understand you. They do. My twin flame's a little ass sometimes and says, oh, no one sees me. Well, you know what? That's your perspective. because I guarantee you I was one of those people that really dug into you, deep into you, because I saw you and I still see you, but whatever.